Okay, good evening, Alma. I'm back with another video on the chapter circulatory system which we were doing, and I'm going to resume the chapter today. So, in the last class, we talked about the components of blood, okay, the RBCs, the WBCs, and the platelets. And today, we're going to talk about the circulatory system, okay, in humans particularly. Okay, so I would just, start the video straight without talking so much. So, here we have the three blood vessels, I would say. Okay, I mean the vessels or the the vessels which carries blood to different parts of the body. Okay, so the first one is the artery. So what does artery do? Okay, artery carry blood from heart to other body parts. They are thick and elastic as the pressure inside them is high. Okay, so they are thick and elastic, and the pressure inside them is high. And why is it high? What's the reason behind it? So the sole reason behind it is because the pressure is high. So if the blood vessel is not thick and is not elastic, I mean the elasticity of the vessel is not there. So what will happen? If the pressure is high, so the pressure will be exerted on the walls of the vessels, okay, the blood vessels, and what will happen? That it might ooze out. Okay, the blood. I mean, if the vessel is thin, so it might not withstand that kind of pressure inside, and it might ooze out. Okay, the blood might come out of the vessel, and it might lead to some consequences. Right. That's the reason that the blood vessels. Why the blood vessel is thicker and elasticity of that is much more as compared to other vessels. Okay, now we come to the second blood vessel, which is the vein. Okay, so veins bring the blood from body parts back to the heart. Veins are thin walled and pressure inside them is low, and that's the reason that the pressure inside them is low, because it is thin in the structure of that is thin. Okay, as compared to thinner as compared to what as compared to this artery. Okay, now, we have the combination of these two blood vessels. Okay, what is the combination called? It is called the capillaries. Okay, so arteries get branches to form smaller capillaries, which again joins to form veins. तो what is happening कि यहाँ पे पहले एक artery है, okay, उसका branches हो रहा है. I mean there is like a, there is a like division of the main artery. Sorry for the noise. Okay, I don't know what it is. Yeah, so that is a thing. Okay, and वो जो artery है वो, I mean it is like divided into the sub branches, and then what is happening that वो veins में फिर जा करके मतलब मिल जाता है. Okay, I mean the it forms the veins. Okay, and वो जो बीच का जो structure है where the artery and the vein is joined together, and it is like joining, so that is called the capillaries, where the blood exchange or I mean the blood exchange is taking place between the cells and the blood vessels. Got it? So from the okay, the exchange of material between the blood and individual cell take place across the thin walls of the capillaries. ठीक है, तो क्या होता है exchange of material? What material over here? It is about the exchange of gases or exchange of blood, exchange of nutrients, whatever it is. Okay, basically the blood. Okay, and the blood is rich in nutrients also, and also in the gases. Okay, like there is, I mean, oxygen rich blood, and there is the carbon dioxide rich blood. So that is there. Next we come to the fourth point. From the walls of the capillaries, some amount of water, proteins escape into the intercellular spaces of the tissues. It is called tissue fluid and is colorless in nature. So what is happening here that capillaries ka wall say, okay, when we talked about the artery, the vein, and how the branches of that, okay, the both the vessels, they join together to form capillaries. So क्या होता है कि कुछ fluid, because it's not entirely blood. Okay, it is like some water is also there, and then we have proteins. Okay, so what is happening that it is like escaping into the spaces between them, because we have, if you see the structure of a capillary, there are spaces in between them. So what is happening, it some of the fluid, it oozes out. Okay, it goes into those spaces, and what we call them, I mean, tissue fluid. Okay, the fluid is called tissue fluid because it is present in the tissue between the capillaries. Okay, between the spaces of the tissue. So it is called tissue fluid and is colorless in nature. Okay, colorless hota hai, it is no of no color. Okay, it is collected in lymphatic capillaries and thus called a lymph. Okay, uh, so if you see, I think um, in Hindi we call it peep. Okay, I guess that's the thing. Okay, तो वो lymphatic tissue में लाके collect हो जाता है and we call it a lymph. Okay, so sorry for the noise. People are burning crackers. Please you don't. Okay. Next we come to the key differences. I have made a table over here. Okay, arteries, veins, and capillaries. So I would like to give you it point by point and in a simplified manner. So the first difference here is, I would just start with the arteries, then the veins will follow, and after that the last column will be of the capillaries. Okay, so the first point is arteries transport blood from the heart to the organs. Okay, so what it is doing, it is transporting blood from the heart to the organs. तो हार्ट से ब्लड को कहाँ पे ट्रांसपोर्ट किया जा रहा है, ऑर्गन्स, ऑर्गन्स, जो भी ऑर्गन्स या फिर जो भी सेल्स, आई मीन वट एवर दे रिक्वायर. ओके, बिकॉज I mean the exchange of blood is taking place. I mean, because the cells or the organs, they are consuming a blood, some amount of blood, and that blood is initially it is rich in oxygen, and because they are consuming it, so now it is rich in carbon dioxide, so it has to be exchanged, or it has to be replaced with fresh blood. Otherwise the organ will start, it will not function anymore. Okay, it will not work anymore. So that's the thing. Next we come to veins. Okay, what are veins? Veins bring blood to the heart from all parts of the body. Veins क्या करता है? Veins blood को लाता है कहाँ पे? To the heart. Heart मतलब to the heart from all parts of the body. Okay. So this is the veins is the collector of blood from all the parts of the body, and it brings it to the heart to get it exchanged or replaced. Okay, the new blood is exchanged or replaced. Next we come to the capillaries. Okay, what is capillaries? Capillaries are tiny branches of blood vessels called capillaries, connect arteries with the veins. Okay, what is it doing? It is connecting the arteries and veins. तो ये दोनों का जो connection होता है, जो I will explain the detailed diagram of that, and this kind of structure, or I would say the setup of all these arteries, veins, and capillaries, they are present in all in all the parts where the blood exchange is taking place. Okay, where between the organs and the vessels. Okay, blood vessels, where the exchange of blood has to take place, and that's why it is present all over the places wherever the exchange has to take place. Next, I go to the second point here. Next point we have, they carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries. So there we have an exception. Okay, not all arteries. All arteries, they're carrying what? Oxygen rich blood. Okay, except we have one artery, like the pulmonary artery, which uh, is not transporting, or is not uh, carrying oxygen rich blood. Okay, it is carrying carbon dioxide rich blood. Got it? So what is the meaning of pulmonary? Pulmonary actually means to the lungs. Okay, तो कोई भी चीज़ अगर lungs की तरफ जाता है, so we call it pulmonary. Okay. Next we have, they carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. तो veins में क्या होता है? It carry carbon dioxide rich blood. And here also we have an exception. The pulmonary vein is carrying what? It is carrying oxygen rich blood. Okay, to where? It is carrying it to other. It is carrying it to the other parts of the body. Okay, मतलब वहाँ से lungs, when the lungs is refilled, I mean when the lungs, we have an exchange of gases taking place, in the lungs, where the blood which is carbon dioxide rich, or it is deoxygenated blood, okay, that is exchanged with the oxygen. Okay, and then the blood becomes rich in oxygen, and then it is transferred via the pulmonary vein, and then it goes to the left atrium, and then the left ventricle, and then it goes to the aorta, and then from there it is going to other parts of the body. Okay, so that is there. Next we come to the Third point under capillaries. Okay, what is the third point? We have exchange of material between blood and the cells occur in capillaries. So blood में and cells में. Sorry for the noise. Ignore it.
Hey, 1 minute will give phone.
What?
No photo लेना.
Distraction. Oh my god. Okay. So we have the third point under arteries that they have thick muscular walls, or as blood flows through them with high pressure, they do not have walls. उसमें क्या होता है? Walls नहीं होता है. Okay. And in the case of veins, they have thinner walls compared to arteries. They have walls. Walls क्या होता है? It's like a uh, structure which is there, which which doesn't allow the blood to flow backwards. Okay, it is controlling that. Okay, I mean, because there is pressure, okay, while the blood is flowing. So what happens, I mean, if the wall, sorry Alma, it's too much of dramatic thing happening over here. They're just burning crackers every time. Yeah, so sorry for the disturbance. Now we continue that valves क्या करता है, वो blood का back flow को रोकता है. It doesn't allow the blood to flow backwards, and blood passes through a valve before leaving each chamber of the heart. ठीक है, तो we have four valves. Okay, I'll talk about it properly when I'll talk about the heart. Okay, the structure of the heart, but for now let us just leave it till here. Okay, next, the valves present in the valves prevent the backward flow of blood. Valves क्या करता है? Prevent the backward flow of blood. मतलब पीछे की तरफ ब्लड को फ्लो करने से वो क्या करता है? स्टॉप करता है, रोकता है. ओके, रेस्ट्रिक्ट करता है. नाउ you have to understand that arteries क्या करता है? Arteries takes blood away from the heart. Arteries blood को heart से दूर लेके जाता है. Okay, arteries मतलब it is taking the oxygen rich blood, okay, to other parts of the body. And we have veins जो कि क्या करता है? It takes the blood to the heart, okay, ताकि वहाँ पे वो वापस से exchange of gases can take place, and again the carbon dioxide rich blood can be replaced with the oxygen rich blood, so that it can further circulate to the entire body wherever it is required. Okay, now we come to the heart. Okay, what is the heart? Now the heart is the powerhouse of the circulatory system. Okay, powerhouse is like something which is giving the entire power, because it's a very crucial organ. अगर heart नहीं रहेगा तो how will you survive? Okay, it's a pumping organ which is always pumping, even if you're sleeping, even if you are unconscious. Okay, anything. Okay, if it stops pumping, things are going to be adverse. I mean, it is going to be worse, and you cannot survive if your heartbeat stops. Okay, so it's a very crucial organ, and that's why we call it a powerhouse. Okay, we get the power from that. Next we come, the heart is a fist-sized muscular organ. What is it? It's a fist size. What is a fist? Fist is this mukka thing. Okay, so it's a fist-sized muscular organ found in the chest cavity. कहाँ पे वो होता है? Chest cavity, this area. Okay, it's called the chest cavity, towards the left lungs. Okay, left की तरफ. Okay, my left is here, right? So this is the left lung. So it pumps blood to all parts of the body. It beats 60 to 80 times a minute throughout our life. Okay, 60 to 80 times a minute throughout our life. Got it? Just ignore the voices because I'm sitting on the terrace and I'm recording it. Yeah, because it's much better over here, fresh and open. Next we come to the next point here. The heart is made up of 4 chambers. Heart में क्या होता है? 4 chambers होता है. The upper 2 chambers are called right atrium and left atrium, and the 2 lower chambers are called the right ventricle and left ventricle. Okay, so that's a division of the heart. Okay, we have 4 chambers in the heart. Next we come to a muscular wall called septum. A muscular, so much violence you people are spreading. I mean, really, right now you want to have that? Look at the laugh. Oh my god, crazy, the creepy laugh that they're having over there. Okay, a muscular wall called septum separates the right and left side of the heart, preventing the mixing of oxygenated blood with the deoxygenated blood, and have valves. Okay, सेप्टम क्या करता है, सेपरेट करता है हार्ट को. ओके, इट डिवाइड्स द हार्ट इनटू चेंबर्स. ओके, राइट एंड लेफ्ट साइड, प्रिवेंटिंग द मिक्सिंग ऑफ ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड विद द डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड, जो कि ऑक्सीजन रिच ब्लड है और जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिच ब्लड है वो लोग को मिक्स होने से रोकता है. ओके, वॉल्व्स अलाउ द ब्लड टू फ्लो इन वन डायरेक्शन. ओके, एंड वॉल्व्स की वजह से क्या होता है, ब्लड सिर्फ एक डायरेक्शन, इट इज़ यूनिडायरेक्शनल. ओके, next we come to the fourth point, which is the blood rich in carbon dioxide flows through the right side of the heart, while the blood rich in oxygen flows through the left side of the heart. Blood rich in carbon dioxide flows through where? Through the right side of the heart. ठीक है, राइट साइड में फ्लो करता है, and while the blood rich in oxygen flows to the left side of the heart. So I will be doing a, like an elaborated explanation or demonstration of the structure of the heart. उसमें जो chambers have, the four chambers and what it is called, the valves which is present over there. So I'll be making another video where I'll be talking things more, diagrammatically. Uh, yeah, and then we have the pulmonary arteries. Now, what are pulmonary arteries? The pulmonary arteries carry blood from your heart to your lungs. Heart से कहाँ पे लेके जाता है, lungs तक लेके जाता है. They are the only artery in your body that carry oxygen poor or deoxygenated blood. Your main pulmonary artery, okay, leaves your right ventricle at your pulmonary valve. Okay, I'll talk about it properly in the next video. Next we come to the pulmonary vein. Is a vein that carries oxygen blood from the oxygen rich blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart. तो pulmonary vein क्या करता है, oxygen rich blood lung से left atrium तक लेके जाता है, where it can go to the left atrium and वहाँ से फिर left ventricle and then it will go to the where aorta. Okay, and aorta से वो जाएगा other parts of the body जहाँ पे blood का requirement ho, I mean wherever the blood needs to be exchanged or replaced. So I'm going to give you now only, I think I should give you this flowchart kind of thing. There's vena cava also. Okay, there's a part called vena cava. I'll talk about it in detail in the next video. So now I'm going to give you a flowchart. Okay, कि जो blood है वो किस passage को follow करता है. What is the pattern of the blood flow? Okay, so the first it is going to the vena cava, then it is going to the right atrium, then it is going to the tricuspid valve. ये पहला valve है, it is the first valve. Okay, next we come to the it goes to the right ventricle, उसके बाद pulmonary valve में जाता है, it is the second kind of valve. Next pulmonary artery, उसके बाद lungs में, फिर उसके बाद pulmonary veins, then we go to the left atrium, then we have the mitral valve, mitral valve, or you can also call it bicuspid. Okay, then it goes to the left ventricle, then it goes to the aortic valve, then it goes to the aorta, and then it's going to the body, and it's going to the vena cava again, and that's a cycle which is following from there. Okay, it is continuing. Okay, and that's how the circulation of blood takes place in the entire body. Okay, I hope this is clear to you, Alma, and I'll see you in the next video with a proper diagram of the heart, and I'll be explaining you that in a much detailed manner. So I hope you will look into the video, have a good puja vacation, and enjoy the pandals and all. Go and see the kind of creativity they have and the kind of innovation they have, and see the colors, everything. Okay, so go and have a great time, enjoy, and yeah, but please don't forget to see the video and understand it, and yeah, make notes of it. So I would end the video here. It's about to you know get dark here. The moon is already visible. Okay, and then I can see a kite flying over there. So yeah, see you then. I'll see you in the next video with another important topic. So bye, take care.